Okay. Well, I got that notification. That one. There we go. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. You feel like heaven to touch. I wanna hold you so much. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. If you couldn't tell, my voice is shot to fuck all in a handbasket overshot. But y'all deserve an update, I guess. I really don't want to reiterate this shit, but y'all deserve a bit of an update, I guess. Once again, all this I ever asked for in order to get this particular fix it done myself was a chainsaw, gas powered chainsaw, 10,000 pounds pulling strength winch. For $350 an hour. Grumpy's tow service come out, pulled out my truck. I'm not sure which direction it went in, but by the looks of things, they went forwards instead of backwards. In doing so much, it did more damage because the reason I didn't want to go out forwards, out the culvert, was off to the side of the truck there was a stump. I just didn't get a picture of the stump, but I'll probably go back and it'll be damaged. That'll tell me that they went out that way. But there was a stump in the way, and they thought, I'm guessing, that there was no prep work involved in that zone. Whereas the opposite direction, there was prep work involved, but it would have been the more tactically sound and the more obvious direction to go in. You go the way that the vehicle went in, you take it out that same direction. Well, I gave you pictures of where the logs were and this, that, and the other. The log that gas tank was sitting on was also still rooted to the ground, so it was under quite an immense amount of pressure. So going backwards would have shoved that log into the gas tank unless you cut it off first and done your prep work. For this, I would have needed a chainsaw, gas-powered chainsaw. I had the 28-inch bar. I didn't necessarily need a 28-inch bar chainsaw. I just needed a gas-powered chainsaw motor so it would run, because the Poulan Pro is such a finicky motor with them little freaking twister tie thingy majigger diggers on the 50cc that you could screw them all the way in, you wouldn't know it. You screw them all the way out, you wouldn't even know it. You're high and you're low. You can't idle it, right? You got to hold it with your fingers. You can't get it to sit and buzz on just a regular. I took everything apart, cleaned it up, put it all back together. It still didn't run. So what says to me is that thing's just a piece of shit. So I wouldn't fucking buy one again if I had a choice. And I didn't buy it in the first place. It came to me for free. But if I was going to buy one, I'd buy the Ryobi, 50cc or the 38cc motor. Those are the ones that work. You know, the 50cc is basically the 38cc motor. Pretty much the same freaking damn chainsaw. Um, but any Hoosiers, um, right now the vehicle is at a AAA approved, whatchamacallit, adjusters, claimant, and repair slash impound lot. And they're going to do the insurance adjustment on it and check to see what's going on and probably total the vehicle now that there's more damage done to it by the simple fact of it wasn't as damaged as it is now when it was sitting where it is. And I've got a picture of that I will be posting later in my community posts so y'all can see that there is more damage specific to that particular side of the vehicle. I didn't get to see the other side, so something tells me that probably more damage was done to the other side, but I took pictures all the way around because I'm not an idiot. And yes, I do take pictures of vehicles when there's an incident. And I try to capture every little bit that I can where any kind of damage was done and any kind of damage could be done. You know, at least get some angles where, you know, if the damage could be done worse by pulling it out so that I can actually assess that, you know, whether or not what I would have done, you know, in my own stead would have done more or less damage. Because I've done this before, and I'm on this point where, you know what, I'm just going to prove outright that I would be able to get myself out of a bad situation with nothing more than a chainsaw and a freaking 10,000 pounds breaking strength wrench. This wasn't rocket science. However, the little bit of aid that I did get was an electric chainsaw and a U-Haul truck. U-Haul doesn't allow you to tow with their pickup trucks. Not, at least not in any manner which would be like towing another vehicle without hooking up to the ball hitch with the appropriate trailer from U-Haul. They don't want you pulling other people out, in other words, with a U-Haul truck. You're not really allowed to do that. You're not allowed to hook up like that because it doesn't cover it in the U-Haul policy. I read these policies for a fucking reason because I want to know what I'm covered under and what I'm not covered under, and if I've got to pay for shit that I ain't fucking trying to fuck up. So that in the future, if shit happens and I have to fucking do it around my own way, I got a way to doing it. But I digress. The simplest fix it for this was, and it would have been here before the tow truck came by, is a 10,000 pound breaking strength wrench and a gas powered chainsaw. Those things could have been ordered to my doorstep in that time. I mean, literally in the 4 days that my truck sat up there waiting for somebody to even come around to help me out, I could have had that motherfucker up and running. I mean, I bullshit you not. If this would have been taken care of 10 years ago when I first asked, or sorry, not 10 years ago, 4 years ago now, you got to remember, I was in my feels when I said 10 years ago. No, it was just about the beginning of the Biden era, right before the beginning of the Biden era, so maybe 5 years ago. It was right about the time when, you know, the economy was looking good and Trump had things righteous and, you know, I could afford a fucking chainsaw. And I says, $250, I need to get me one of them. 50cc, 28-inch bar, gas-powered chainsaw, take care of anything you got to throw at it, and then some. Hell, you could go logging with that motherfucker. But I digress. As it were, we are now $350 an hour, at least an hour for pull out, and then another 45 minutes, or Yeah, 45 minutes for 350 an hour coming down the mountain. So we're talking maybe 279, 276, something in there. Maybe even up to 300 there. And that's just the tow. It's just to rip the motherfucker out, pull parts off of it, and basically, in the tug, and no prep work, no nothing, and a very simple, more damages, this, that, and the other. Like I said, was going to happen. I called it. I literally called it. You're going to damage it more by going out the front way than if you're going to go out. Whatnot, and this is what you're going to deal with, and you're just going to like it because this is what I could do from 800 miles away. You can't send me through the mail chainsaw and a winch, and then when all's said and done, and it comes, have my sister give me just a ride up to the truck. I'll get it out myself. Ain't nobody gonna be no mind. Anybody got to know nothing. And it literally got pulled out without a fight, no fuss, no muss, no problems, and it didn't leak no fluids, and it didn't get no fucked up, and it didn't trash no part of my truck, and the truck still rides and drives just fine and has the ability to drive a straight line. Yeah. No, we're gonna go with the professionals. You do that. When all's said and done, you tell me how that works out. And by the way, I want my truck back. And I want a chainsaw and a winch, so I ain't never got to ask again. End of this all, a truck, chainsaw, and a winch. And that's all I'm asking for it all the fucking way around. I ain't asking for naught else. Truck, chainsaw, and a winch. I ain't asking for nobody to fix my truck even. Don't need to. Just truck, chainsaw, and a winch. I will do it myself. Thank you very much. After all this fucking scene, all this hell has been thrown at me, to have to sit there and be like, so I'm the one that fucking crashed the truck, not Mother Nature. Okay, whatever. Yeah, sure, whatever, fine. And then to be sitting there after that fact being like, all right, well, fucking, okay, whatever. Call the professionals. Because I called the professionals, the actual fucking professionals, and they said, no, we can't do it. And when I says I called the actual professionals, I mean I actually called the people who are fucking top rated for this shit. Do not have the time or the ability. That is your quote. So I have the ability. It's my shit, so I have nothing but the time. I earned that truck off my own hard blood, sweat, and tears. Um, And all I ever asked for was tools. Yep, I heard that part. I watched I watched your stream, brother, and I was like, well, the chaos is a fucking rampant now, isn't it? Oh shit! E- Ever heard of what's called a fucking laugh and exasperation? That's what you just heard. Yeah, no, I'm on the same level. Look, I done yelped myself hoarse to the point where my singing voice is shot to shit. So hopefully this heals. Hopefully, um, but it, y'all can kiss my hind tit as far as it's concerned, and I still want the damn chainsaw and a winch. At the end of the day, whatever the fuck comes of this, whether I don't have a truck at all, still want the fucking chainsaw and the winch because I could pull some other fucking truck off the side of the road and be like, all right, let me fix this fucker up and it'll be mine, and I'll fucking hook this winch to that motherfucker and then go up in the mountains and do my damn thing. Ingenuity. Shoulder into the fucking yoke and carry on. Because guess what? Unstoppable forces move mountains. Calling the professionals fucks up shit. And I'm not trying to be mean to professionals. I'm just pointing out, there was a specific way of doing it. And, Rupp I got nothing against the guy, just trying to make money. Just trying to make money. I'm fine. But, at the end of the day, it's the same old price for the same old fucking get out. And one way did more damage to the truck. So, this is why I ain't never asking for help again. Just give me my fucking tools. You can't have a chainsaw. Why? Because I look like a scary motherfucker? Is that why? Because I'm a scary person. Because I've got an aggression that doesn't go my way. Okay, well, I got an aggression complex when shit doesn't go my way. Because I know how to get myself out of shit so that it goes my way. May God have mercy on you and on me and on everybody, because bless your heart, soul, mind, and everything conscious. Done lost my mind. I swear to God, done lost my mind. $750. Or no, sorry. What was it? What was the actual price again? It was a 600 and fucking 338, 383, no, 338. And then there was 247. That's 99s on the end, so $248. And $339 for the chainsaw and the winch. That's the actual fucking prices. I'm sitting here visualizing the fucking shit in front of my eyes so I can actually tell you what I saw. As I'm closing my eyes, I'm sitting here trying to remember and recall. Because I do have good fucking perfect recall. check the prices on it in my, from the fucking the mental image I took of that shit, and guess what? If I says something, it ain't because I'm sitting there just saying it for entertainment purpose. This is what this particular platform is for entertainment. I'm entertaining y'all with my plight. And I hope y'all appreciate that. Because the situation of it is maybe you could learn something from my fucking unfortunate situation is I knew what to do. I asked for specifics in order to do it, the specific things that I needed in order to accomplish the task, and nobody listened. If we're going to help, we're going to help our own way. No, that's not helping. If we're going to help our own way is not helping. That's just doing your own damn thing. So like I said, at the end of the day, I'm still asking for those 3 things now. 3 things instead of 2 things. Because we went with the other option. So now I'm asking for 3 things. A truck, a winch, and a chainsaw. Because before it was just 2 things so that I could get my truck out and get my truck unstuck. See, this is one of those, here's your sign. See that sign? It says, no bozos. Oh, my God. I'm fair middling to go to that point and just says, you know what? Y'all can eat my shorts. And, or, you can go to hell. I'm going to Texas with almost half of mine. If I could just go on my own, if I could do my own damn thing again, if I can rebuild my fucking empire of dirt again from a fucking goddamn tent again, rather than, well, it's $700 for this or it's $700 for that. And we're going to do that. By the way, the $700 is just the premier cost, the first out of the purse. That's not including the tows, so AAA can do it to the assessor's portion, and then taking it to the fucking mechanic shop to get it repaired or junked because it's teetotaled and fucking, so they're just gonna fucking just straight up disassemble that motherfucker, take all the useful parts off of it and use it for somebody else's truck. But you see my drift here. You see where I'm at. And it's like my cousin says, well, by the end of the day, I'm out a set of wheels and a chainsaw and a winch, which would have got me out of the fucking thing in the first place, and I'd have had all 3. Let's just wrap that up in a fucking nutshell there as to exactly what the fuck's going on. And that I called it way back when, ranting and raving in my live stream, and I've got freaking texts, and I got receipts, motherfuckers. I got receipts. It's called CYA. You cover your ass, especially when you're dealing with some shit that you see it going fucking spiraling ass first towards the fucking brain. First thing you do, archive. Every last little bit of it. You want you want the troubles? All right, tell you what, let's go back and look at these text messages so many freaking years and months back and whatnot, and let's go back and look at this and look at that. And we're talking about what we've been talking about. what I've been harping on for fucking years. And I've got this shit in fucking videography of me sitting here talking on the live stream. So if we was to take this in front of a justice of the peace or a justice of the diurnal or an arbitrator of family law, this would fucking literally just stand out by fucking leaps and bounds, as you are not listening to this gentleman when he is speaking. And so it's your fault. I've literally got fucking photographic evidence of this shit. I was going to get fucking firewood, and I was doing it with a double bit axe because I could not fucking get somebody to sit there and not fucking spring for, but let me spring for a gas powered chainsaw of my choosing and a fucking 10,000 pound breaking strength winch. Both of which were under $1,000. This is going to go way the fuck above that by the time we're done. Not anymore. No, it's already out. That's my point. They went and they ripped it out without even saying, I've gotten photographic evidence of this shit. And guess what? I'll be putting it up also on my community. I'll put the photos again, all the fucking photos of all the shit that I talk about up on the community posts so that people can understand what I'm saying. Okay. These people went and bought a fucking electric hedge trimmer and handed it to me, says, here's your chainsaw. I bullshit you not. I handed them the fucking links to the website to pick up the gas-powered fucking chainsaw that I said for and actually searched for in the link. So the link went directly to a gas-powered chainsaw specific. And then, mind you, atop from that, not only did we go for the gas-powered I did that specific to the exact gas-powered chainsaw that was necessary. I also did that directly to the exact fucking winch that was necessary, both for the cheapest prices. Would have cost less than the tow guy to pull me out and the tow to go and pick him up from that guy's shop to take it to the shop that the AAA would approve of, and then the bill at the shop that AAA would approve of, and the premium on the fucking insurance, and I keep on going. A damn chainsaw and a fucking winch. Yes, sir. That's how my day's going. You want to talk about your family's cheap ass. You want to talk about this, that, or the other. How's about this? I can't spend my own money on the tools as I need when I need them. It's going to get better. It's going to get fucking better. Because there ain't no further down than this. I'm joking. Of course, there's always further down than this. I just don't fucking want to meet it. Because, like I said, it's the way that they had to fucking pull it out, mind you. Because I took pictures of it before it got pulled out. The amount of damage that was to it was not enough to truly consider it to be full damage, full totaled, and calculated out as a total loss. However, the direction that it would have had to come out for the specific tow truck that the fella was driving, and I already know this from my own experience, the way it would have had to come out for his tow truck, they didn't go out backwards, which means that they had to twist the frame to pull it around the freaking stump. If it's a total loss, you can't buy it back. They take it and they tow it to their salvage facility, and then they dismantle it in order to recoup their loss. If you then try to buy it back, you're paying 5 times as much for the same vehicle to get it back. This is why I don't play that game. Yeah, see, that's the thing. This was just a situation of snatch a hold of a tree with a winch and pull backwards after cutting a bunch of logs and debris out of the way. That's all it was. Wasn't nothing special. The moment they tried to go forwards with it, dug a bunch more fucking shit out in the mud and probably ripped the cat loose. Bent frame, I'm sure, because it was sitting kind of funky on the back end of that truck, and probably busted the A-arm on it. And I've got pictures of that so that I knew it wasn't broken. It weren't broken in that picture, and I showed y'all that picture. And if I ain't showed that picture, I'll fucking show it the next time. Because, yeah, no, you look at this shit and I know what I'm looking at. Hell, I showed it to my cousin and he fucking about shit a brick. Because this is what's going to end up happening. We all know that it's going to end up being total loss. The insurance pays out their total loss payment, which a total loss payment is the pricing of the truck as purchased. It is not the entirety of the policy. The entirety of the policy is there for things such as injury, medical bills, such and so what. But the core portion of the policy is there as the stopgap for the price of the vehicle at purchase. I know this shit because I fucking read the damn policy. So in a world where I would have to pay $4,500 to $5,500 for the same fucking vehicle sort, out of buying it online, Craigslist crap shit like that, like I did for this vehicle, I wouldn't be able to afford it. So we come back to, this is none of my fuck up. None whatsoever. Not in the slightest. I hit that road all the time, doing a good jump, going right up the road, even in the ice. I saw the Diffie just right at the right point. There's a little fucking spot of asphalt. and I hit it just right in order to put my front nose up that way so I could get behind it with the tires, spit gravel to get up and in. And I did. And it just slid across the thing and took me out. Because at that point, I didn't realize that the whole motherfucking side of the damn thing was a sheet of ice. It wasn't fucking snow. And you can't fucking govern what a truck will do on ice. So, swoop. And they pulled it out this way instead of this way, which is the way it needed to go, this way. Because going down this way twisted the frame this way and then went out and pulled it. Another more cattywampus turn out that way in order to get it to go straight down the hill and then up and out the ditch the other way. Because I know, because I was looking at the freaking everything there, and I'll take more pictures. I'll go back and take more pictures and more pictures and more pictures and just post the shit out of this because this is at my wit's end. I've lost my teetotal mind on this shit. And folks are going to find out that when I speak, I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm literally going to take so many photographs. You guys can sit there and fucking piece together the car accident from photos. Just from the photos after the math. But there's also going to be the fact that, you know, the pictures I took before the truck was moved, y'all be able to fucking understand 100% that I did not speak word one wrong or ill-footed. I spoke 100% surefire. So y'all see what I'm talking about. I'm going to go back up there fair soon. I'm going to take pictures of the whole incident site and all that fun shit. I'm going to show, hey, you know, this is what needed to happen. This is what happened. And y'all be able to fucking look at my videos and be like, yep, he's right. Mm. Yeah. Yeah, I just, I, I've had 2 fucking heart attacks in the past 4 or 5 days. I've had fucking 6, at least four up here, dealing with the, you know, the back and forth and this and that and hemming and hawing. At least 4 heart attacks that I can fucking recollect. I might have had 6, maybe a couple in my sleep or something. And I suffer from myocardia, which you don't know. That's just your heart cramps up, and it makes it hard for it to sit there and pump blood while it's cramped. And you basically got to massage it to get it back pumping. But that's lovely, isn't it? Well, listen to me. I wouldn't have had fucking heart attacks and sit there fucking damn near dying on the side of the road if it wasn't for fucking medical training that I got when I was a younger man. Took my fucking aspirin, did what I needed to do, but I'm just pointing out I've done fucking had 2 fucking heart attacks over this shit already. It's too much. It is fucking too much. Over 2 fucking tools. The simplest fucking instructions could not be made. $50cc. It's literally the search results at the top of the fucking page. 50cc Ryobi chainsaw, 28-inch bar. It should point out a gas-powered chainsaw. If you don't know what a 50cc is, you need to go back to preschool. Good God. Yeah, who? I'll take you inside. Come on. Oh, come on. Rest in it. Fuck. Yeah, I need to stop saving shit. Inside. Inside. Go. Inside. Rest in it. Just stall for there. All this. All this is over a fucking a chainsaw and a winch. And Mother Nature's course. I need not, I'm not gonna fucking reiterate it. I'm just gonna set up the fucking phone so as I can sit here and chunder in the chat, and we're gonna relax. We're gonna go into a relaxation portion of this particular, if it's willing and allowing me to let sit, because I'm fucking, oh boy, I'm gonna take my hair close. I am lit as a fucking goddamn $2 firework. I done had my shit to the point of anymore I'm gonna lose my mind, and a sane man would lose his mind after all y'all. Shit. Oh, there we go. Hey, there we go. Ow, my fucking leg. I didn't ask for no extra specials. I just wanted to get my truck out. I didn't want to ask for the special forces none to come in and help me out. None. I just want to get my truck out. I mean, there's only so much you can do with a hammer, but I'm damn good with a hammer. Any job that a hammer can do, I could get through that job. It's just going to take time. Some jobs call for other tools, like needle nose pliers. Sometimes you need a pair of needle nose pliers to get the job done. Because without that little tiny nib at the end, you can't get up in there and manipulate what you need to manipulate. That's why you get needle nose pliers. Chainsaw, winch, they are tools. They do a specific task, especially when in combination. Very specific task. Cut shit and lift shit that you could not fucking possibly cut or lift safely. Dear God, why do I hinder? What does hinder mean? Should not. For these things exist, and they are so. Why must I be hindered? I don't fucking know.
Whatever the case may be, I'm going to kick back, I'm going to smoke some, and I'm going to fucking riptide curl herd. Smoke them if you got them. Thank God I got them because I'm running out. Like my patience. For stupid. When I'd have had my truck back, I'd have pulled it out, I'd have had my truck back, and I could have fucking been already wrenching on it and fixing shit on it. Nobody none the wiser. No need to get the insurance companies involved because the fucking parts are replaced and it's repaired. But, you know, we only spent, I don't know, plus $10,000 a year up until I was, from the time I was 4 till the time I was 10, $10,000 a year. And then I went to public school, which was $11,000 a year. Don't ask me how the fuck that happens because one was a private parochial school and the other one was a fucking public school where I did not learn a damn thing because I already knew everything that they were trying to teach me there. So I passed with C grade because that's what they do to people like that, rather than teach you, or rather than give you the passing grades you're supposed to have, like not just the passing, but the actual passing grades you're supposed to have. No, they cut you down at the knees and give you a passing grade of C because you know it well enough to be an ass about it. Because you've already had it drilled into your head, you're looking for more to learn. That's what it is being a kid, man. Whatevs. Can't teach people who are stupid. Can't fix stupid. You just can't fix stupid. Yeah, I despise being sober as well because I ain't even got half the fucking patience I got when I'm fucking absolutely fucking schwacked. Tell you that right now. I got a level of patience when I'm schwacked where it's like, you know what? No, I ain't gonna listen to fucking idiots. But I have the ability to shut my ears. However, I am going to fucking rant and rave about something that cost more than God's spells and would have cost at the most $700, 690, 680, something like that. So what's your troubles? You know, I'd have been able to freaking help so many people with that, and instead I'm fucking hurting because, again, I'm not spending that on something we don't even know if it's a problem. Well, it doesn't matter if it's the problem or not because I'll be able to use it 3 or 4 fucking times afterwards. It doesn't matter that I speak because what I says might as well be said to the 4 winds. Erstwhile, as I am speaking to the 4 winds. And also to y'all here on the YouTubes because you give a shit more than fucking probably help me better than that. If I was willing to ask for the fucking help from the YouTubes. See, that's the thing. I'm not. I'm a DIY kind of guy. I got fucking shoulder into the yoke and march fucking forwards. Get it done. You know, okay, why can't you get it done? You can't get it done because you ain't got the tools. Well, let's get you the fucking tools. What's it going to take to get you the tools? And I work towards getting the tools because I can get the job done by my own goddamn little lonesome. And here as I is, I'm giving myself pepsitis and the palpitations, going back over that shit. And folks wonder is why I'm not exactly the happiest person that's ever been fucking mentioned, eh? There's a reason for it. I done fucking. I walked a fucking 100 miles in my shoes, and nobody's willing to put them on for 5 minutes to listen to what I got to say. So to put it succinctly, if you ain't gonna listen to my experience, what the fuck good are you? Because it can't help you. And when people try to throw it back in my face, it don't do them no good. It just don't. Because at the end of the day, you still end up spending the same amount of money and you're out for the fucking situation of having the tools in order to get yourself out of the situation in the future. Wanted it to be said. There's a reason why I put emphasis on survival equipment, skills, and then things like extra food, extra extra water rations, filters and your basic preps and whatnot, your rebreathers and all this other shit. That comes later. Right now, you need a firearm or firearms equivalent. You need a way to make fire because you, as a human being, can only make so much heat and keep it in your body only so much. So you need a way to make fire. You need cutting tools specific to the task of the job that you might be handling, aka one that you carry everywhere, and one for cutting really big fucking pieces of wood. Now I got my shuttle axe back, thank God. I was able to fucking get that thing the fuck out of the truck, but again, it's a little too late. Without a set of wheels, you can't do shit. So it's on that level of I could go and I could order a chainsaw and a winch, but for the most amount of good it's going to do me, unless I'm pulling out a freaking abandoned vehicle on the side of the road and then going and carrying that under a clean title, or setting it to mechanics lien, setting it over for 90 days and then taking clean title. I'm shit out of luck because I ain't got no wheels, got no tires underneath that winch in order to go around and pull firewood out and to work my ass off and whatnot. And yes, I would have gotten it out for less than what it cost to get a tow truck, to go up there, to hook up to the front of it and break it more. Because you got to remember the way that it was into them woods. And I'll take more pictures again. There was stuff in the way of it going out front ways. That's why it stopped. They were shit in the way. If there wasn't shit in the way, it wouldn't have stopped. So when it stopped and then leaned over, said, all right, I'm done. Well, there's all this other shit in the way over there. If you pull it out front ways, you're going to do a bunch of damage to the grill. If you pull it out backwards and you do not fucking fix certain shit in that area, you're going to fucking kink the frame, you're going to fucking pop the gas tank, and you're going to fuck up the cat. All the way through it. Walked all the fucking way through it with them. And might as well be whispering on the wind. 'Cause I'll be coming home again. And I lost my wife on the other side. I lost my daddy on the other side. And I don't know where I'll be living till I die. You know what I'm saying? This is a colossal fuckery that did not need to happen because of the ability that I would have had with 2 tools capable of taking care of the proper situation against what I was measured against. The task I was measured against versus what I had at my disposal was inadequate because people would not listen to me back when I had first requested such years beforehand when they were at a cheaper price. Because, oh, that's so much. So much money to buy something that you are going to use the shit out of, or at least I will, in order to make it so that you ain't paying all this extra money on top of things on the other side of things, which is the smarter investment here. These are the things I grumble about. This is what I get mad about because people look at me like I'm incompetent, and I've got to point out to folks, hey, no. I know my shit, and if you let me do, I do. But if you're going to fucking sit here and be fucking obstinate and make it hard for me to fucking operate, I literally pointed out exactly what I needed at the very first of all this, and I've got fucking text messages to prove it. I've got fucking photography of it to prove it. I've got fucking everything I need to fucking prove it out. In a fucking court of law, mind you, let alone a court of fucking lien. So, what? You tell me, well, what am I supposed to do when I've got nobody standing in my corner to really be in my corner? I mean, fucking on point in my corner. You know what on point in my corner means is you listen to what I'm saying and my experience in the matter, and then we work forwards along that path. If you go and you deviate from that path, you're fucking shit up. You know, the long, narrow, winding road to salvation? Well, what do you know? We could take this and put religion in it if you wanted, but I didn't need to. I didn't need to involve the Bible. Shit. This is just common fucking sense. But, yeah, at the end of the day, I'm the bad guy, and I'm the one who's sitting here talking shit and don't know what I'm talking about, don't have the same experience as everybody else. And understand, you're right, I don't have the same experience as everybody else. I have my own experiences, and they are fucking glorious. And the things that I have done, I did it with the help of others because they was willing to help me because I'd never asked for it at that point. Because I wasn't needing it at the, up until that point. Because I don't ask for help if I don't need it. And when I need it, I ask for the specific help that I need. Let that blow your fucking goddamn gizzard out the water. I don't ask for what I don't need. Because it ain't worth the fuck anyway. Yeah, they'd just say, hey, you didn't need to be where you were. Like, no shit, Sherlock. I needed to be able to get myself out. Because if you go and you go get someone else involved in it, guess what? Oh, my Lord. Batter me and fry me, by God. I must be a cakefish. I mean, Mama, I love you, but damn. Sissy, I love you, but damn. Out and out, I love y'all, but damn. This didn't need to be all this. We didn't need to ride the struggle bus to get a fucking truck unstuck. This did not need to turn into a Bill Engvall special. Shout out to Mr. Bill Engvall, because this is honest to God right here. Here's your comedic fucking relief, brother, right here on display. I'm sitting here smoking weed because I'm fucking sitting here trying to just keep my motherfucking mind and my heart from exploding as I'm letting the women deal with the truck because they decided to take control of the entire situation and butt out of it, Blaine. You're not worth it. And I even missed the fucking road sign on the side of the road, mind you. When I hit that fucking stump, there's a sign on the side of the roadside there where I plowed in that denotes which kind of county road it is, and I missed it by that fucking much. So y'all don't even know how fucking comedic gold this shit is until you live through it. And I'm sitting here says like, you don't understand. This motherfucker is a prophet. He said this shit back way the fuck when. Y'all need to go watch that fucking comedy skit they did on the fucking, Bill Engvall did. Did you get your truck stuck? No, I'm just trying to park it. How's your day? Oh man, I swear to God, y'all, I do not make this shit the fuck up. This just happens. This was not something intentional by God's grace. I mean that. Trust me, I ain't got the money to make it intentional. I ain't got the kind of money to go and fucking throw away a fucking apocalypse vehicle. Apocalypse sound vehicle. I ain't got the money for that. I ain't got money like that. You kidding me? I wish I had money like that. Hell no. I ain't got fucking money like that. I got money like, I might be able to buy my dog food and my chickens feed and myself the rest of my supplies, my weekly supplies, if I'm real fucking frugal and buy cheaper than a goddamn ramen diet. So I don't do this shit on purpose. You could understand that from a fucking honest to God. There ain't no fucking reason to do this on purpose. Shit, almost died doing it anyways. What the fuck's the point of that? So here's my point on it. I didn't do this on purpose. I wouldn't fucking want to do it on purpose. It's some scary fucking shit. Why would you want to do it on purpose? I wanted to get firewood. I saw I did not have the money for firewood. I did not have the money in my account, nor was I going to go fucking asking for more money after that goddamn grocery bill. Holy shit. And then I go driving up the fucking mountainside. Yeah, it's okay. So I could climb that motherfucking mountainside on black ice like it weren't even there. But you come back down the mountain on that shit, and all of a sudden you cannot slow down, no matter if you fucking downshift or whatnot. And I was downshifting, and I was low shifting, and I was in second fucking gear. No horse shit. Coming down that fucking mountain weren't nothing fucking stopping me but God's good graces and that little fucking spot of asphalt. And I says, hit that, hit there. That quick. And then everything was just a slow motion fucking blossom of courage after that. Oh shit, here we go. So yeah, no, I did. Fuck it. You do what you gonna do. I just whatever. I got no fucking heart for it no more. Y'all done put my ticker plumb down in the dirt. That's where I'm at. That's why I'm like, I just smoke as much weed as I can, smoke as much cigarettes as I can, just fucking. I'm chiefing like a motherfucking a new dad at the hospital by where his baby's about to be born. So I'm telling you, check. Y'all don't even know. And not about my truck, mind you. What the fuck does the future hold if it's this bad? Am I going to be hoofing it with a rifle on my back? Well, then, motherfucker, let's go. I have no fucking quit in me. I've got no stop. Just let me know what the fuck's coming. Make me ready and I can handle anything. But if you fucking throw me at a problem where I am unprepared for it, then I'm going to have to take 10 steps back, grab the shit necessary to fix the problem, and then I can come back. Like I said, I ain't got quit in me. My heart will explode before I stop. That's who I is. That's why I said, shoulder into the yoke and don't fucking quit. Because that's who I is. I won't fucking stop. I'm not quitting. This is not, there's no quit involved here. I don't do the quit. Yeah, I'll be a whiner for a good minute because, a lot of the time it's the fucking squeaky wheel gets it all right. But it says, that don't mean I'm quitting. That just means, hey, motherfucker, listen over here. That ain't trying to be Mr. I'll give up. No, that whole I give up is me telling you, hey, if you're not going to listen to me, I might as well give up and stop and let y'all take the reins because you don't know what you're doing and you're going to cost yourselves in the end. I know what I'm doing. And I know how to not cost myself in the end. That's the biggest fucking deal here. It's going to come back to bite everybody in the ass. It doesn't mean everybody. I ain't going to be the only one. I'm just sitting here told you all said done. I told you what was going to happen. You wouldn't listen to me, so I raised my voice. You wouldn't listen to me again, so I raised my voice a little louder, and a little louder, and a little louder. And pretty soon I was screaming. Because nobody fucking listened anyways. So I might as well yell and shout and just get my frustration out. Because if nobody gonna listen, why the fuck do I give a shit? I'm just gonna yell, scream, and holler. And by the time that I'm done hooting and hollering, you're gonna all have spent so much fucking money, you're fucking goddamn gawking at the damn price tag, and I'm gonna be able to sit there and says, now, why didn't you just listen to me? Why didn't you just wait it out with me? We're going to fucking just clear all this shit out. You help me clear the shit out. All right, fine, great, whatever you. Let's clear this shit out the truck. Move it into the other truck. Get that all down the mountain so there ain't not a goddamn thing here. Then I come back a week fucking later with a chainsaw, a winch, and a fucking power drill. And I'm gonna fucking hook all that shit to fuck up, get everything right proper, and who, what, and holler. And about a couple days later, well, what you know, here's the thing. That motherfucker's back in my driveway, and I could be starting to tinker on it then. But instead, we gotta fucking sit here and cuss and fuss and fight and fucking hoot and holler and all that fun shit, because you just won't listen. There wasn't nothing leaking. There wasn't nothing spraying. There wasn't nothing this or that and nothing. Wasn't gasoline going nowheres. There wasn't none of that. Fucking battery weren't leaking. It was just on a kilter. I need my vehicle to drive, sure, fine. But you could have sent that shit in the mail, and I've got plenty of fucking food right now to be able to last me for a couple of days to a couple of weeks. But instead, we're going to go through the months long process of dealing with the adjustment and the claims and the fucking, having to deal with it. I took pictures here, did this, that, and the other, instructed you to do this way, because then you wouldn't have to spend all this extra money, saving you money in the long run, and saving the fucking insurance money in the long run, and shaving the insurance bill down in the long run, and thinking about the long-term consequences instead of the short-term, well, I can't fix nothing that I ain't got the tools for. So I'm not giving up. I'm not giving in. I'm just standing the fuck back and letting everybody else fucking circle jerk each other till they're ready to fucking turn around and say, you know what? You were right. This ain't that fun. Mind blowing. Man, if y'all need comedy, you don't need to have me fucking all stuck up in the woods and all fuckered over like y'all. For that, I could do that without fucking having to deal with the daggum whatchamacallits and this, that, and the other. Just, let me get myself unstuck. I'll be able to give you a good fucking story about how I got myself unstuck and I had to pull my truck out like a damn goddamn champagne cork. And when that motherfucker come out of there, it just went, bloop. You know what I'm saying? You don't need for all this extra motherfucking special hoot and holler. Hell, only reason I ain't been doing live streams is specifically because I've been trying to nose to the grindstone and get shit done. So I could turn around and say, look at how pretty, look at how well done, look at how nicely I got this done, and how the fact of the matter is that I got it finished without having to fight with anyone. Anyways, you hear what I'm saying? This is why I was like, fuck it all. In the words of the Shaolin monks, it's all. Buddha be praised. God bless. Ain't that fucking peachy? Ain't you just ripe as a Georgia peach? Yeah, what? Lose my mind over some shit. I'm looking at this. I'm like, are you are you lost? This don't take me no heart, no work, no nothing. I learned all this shit as a young man. I don't need to fucking reiterate it as an older man. Know what to do. I ain't got no fucking qualms about it. Probably just have to fucking walk it out because you are on your own. Ain't nobody coming to get your ass. Well, man, if I'm on my own, I want to have my goddamn tools. Because if I got them tools, I can do whatever the fuck may come. Yeah. Yeah, fuck that. You can't have tools, Blaine, because you're scary. So we don't want you having a saw or any power tools with any real power. No, we're going to give you some fucking hedge trimmer. By the by, we're going to sell this to your little sister who went there to fucking go and get a fucking chainsaw and a fucking winch because she got sick and tired of hearing Blaine bitch about the fucking fact he could get the job done by himself. And she divided herself up and says, all right, well, I'll do that because I'm sick and tired of hearing this shit. And the fact of the matter is that he's right. Even she came to this fucking conclusion. My little sister did. She come out there, but the fucking salesman's like, this is all, this is all we got. Now, dumbass, it's in your fucking inventory. Go look. It says it right here on the fucking computer. If you're not changing that, that's not my fault. That's your problem, and you need to go find me a chainsaw of a gas-powered variety and will at least do the job that I'm asking for, because at this moment, I have to get something done. It takes just a little bit of huevos to do that. Not much. And you could whisper it, and the motherfucker will listen. There you go, cuz. I ended up with the Richard Simmons toenail trimmers and the blow dryer, not even the chainsaw. And I got pictures of that, and I'll be more than happy to show you here on the interwebs. It was a fucking one of them little, it was a Ryobi, but it was a Ryobi electric. Something y'all don't know about a Ryobi electric is they have to be charged several times before they hold a charge. That's why but I'm not a big fan of Ryobi electric, but I'll deal with it because it's the cheaper of the variety. But I still won't fucking buy an electric chainsaw for one reason, and that is that they do not have enough electricity available to mix their own mud, run their own torque. If you have a slightly dead battery and you're starting out, it will not cut more than this much. And I tested that. And it did not cut more than this much into a log that big around. And I took pictures of this shit. And I will be posting that as well. Everything of this fucking debacle and ordeal will be shown in my community postings. You will understand what the fuck is I says when I says nobody listens to my experience, and I would have had this shit out with a fucking right and proper, quick and easy. Because I listen to people who are fucking smart about the situation, and I also have done this for years. Been doing it for years. With the same shit that you're going to get stuck with your 4x4, I'll get stuck with a 2x4. You know what a 2x4 is, right? I'm not talking about a board. I'm talking about a 2-wheel drive by 4-wheel traction control. I will fucking get stuck the same way as you will with a 4-wheel drive. Because I can go the same fucking places because I know how to maneuver that vehicle, and it all comes down to experience with the vehicles itself. There are certain situations I will not fucking drive through with a fucking vehicle, no matter how much you might want me to. I might go and walk it out and then says, you know what? No, that's not a good idea. However, if it's something that I know I can do, I can pull that shit off with a two-wheel drive. And you watch me do it. Shit, you can fucking follow me up the mountainside and watch me do it. I've done it. Most of the time, if somebody's too close on my ass, though, I'll pull off the side of the road. Once I get to that spot I'm going to turn in at. Because, you know, try to keep the secret, bro. But the spot is like, I go up there all the fucking time. It's not like I'm going up there once or twice a year. No, I go up there on a regular basis and cut out some firewood off of the dross, the trash throwaway trimmings that the timber company who drive through that area on the road to get to their property, that's the trash they leave behind. So I'm doing everybody a favor. I'm taking the dross away so that there's more room on the roadway up there on the mountainside so you can get through with your semi-trucks. And at the same time, I'm providing myself with firewood, which is a lovely little handshake deal, if I do say so myself. It ain't even a deal that was even necessarily struck. It's just something that you can do because it's on BLM property. They dump it there for that fucking reason. Here, let's get rid of this shit because it's not useful. In return, I get, you know, on top of not only getting my own firewood, but I clean up the area and I keep it passable. So, you know, I go up there all the fucking time, and it's a nice little deal. Now, the one time that shit happens, all of a sudden it's all my fault because I do it all the time. Because it's all my fault that I road conditions were not visible, other than to say, well, there's only one way out of this shit storm that I'm in because I'm going downhill on ice. And if I fucking so much as twitch my fucking steering wheel, I'm either going that way, which is down the cliff, or that way, which is up the side of the hillside and where I want to go in the first place. Go up the hillside. Quick twitch the right direction, just and it's right up the side. It should have been right up the side. Instead, it was blink, plunk. And that's how that fucking happened. 28 miles an hour to a dead stop within 40 feet from the Diffie. And all that a Diffie is that's the difference. It's like a pothole, but it's a difference between the layer of ice on top, which is about this thick, and that little pothole that goes right down to the asphalt. And that's that little spot of traction that you've got on the road to save your ass or break your ass. I hit that, and I hit it right, as good as right as I could. I did everything I could to avoid an accident or anything like such. Difference was is the road did not permit. Mother Nature did not permit. That was road conditions and, you know, necessity, basically, that put me in that position in the first place. I didn't want to be in that position. I just needed to be. So I needed to be in the fucking ditch, I guess. And I know why now I needed to be in the ditch, because I needed to have a winch and a chainsaw That's God trying to slap you sideways and says, son, you need these tools now, not later when you want them. So I'm going to make you need them more so that you'll know to get them right a fuck away so it doesn't happen again. That's what God's telling you here, son. It's the man sitting on top of his fucking, drowning house in the middle of the Katrina floods with the National Guard fucking helicopter flying over his house like, come on, grab a hold, we'll save you. Oh, God will save me. Thank you, though. Yeah, I would have thrown on the chains had I fucking any idea that was going to be the case. However, I had walked it out and I saw that what I had accomplished previously could be done again. Except it couldn't. It was a slight difference in the fucking situation. And that slight difference was I could not slow down to 25 miles an hour. Instead, I was doing 28. And going across that black ice on that 28 miles an hour, when I hit that diffie, it did not give me enough turn to put my ass up the side of that fucking hillside. Instead, it put me off the side of the hillside, as you can see from the tire tracks there. But that whole thing was covered in snow and ice. But there were tire tracks there. I've done it in the past couple of weeks. I did the same fucking thing. So it's not impossible. And not only that, but I know that once you get into a slide, the only way you're going to correct it is steer into it and gun the gas. And I did. I steered into it and thumped my foot to the floor. Was not going to stop shit. That's my point. When I hit that diffie, it just wasn't enough. Just wasn't enough. All it did was swing my ass end around and not give me the full benefit of up the side of the mountain, where I'd have been able to pretty much slide to a stop. I just hit that thing wrong, that's all. And I had traction tires specifically for snow driving. That's what these ones are. They're not what you call summer tires, where they're, they call them all terrain, but they're not actually all terrain. No, these motherfuckers were the spec specific road and alter road all terrain. Okay, spec specific. So they look like they have road treads, but on the inside of the tread, from tread wall to tread wall, there is nothing but thumpers. You got these little studs of rubber that sit out of it, and they're hard, and they hold on everything except for when you are going downhill on ice. That's it. They will hold going uphill on ice. It was one of those, I was surprised I lived through it because, being the situation as it was, it was not me miscalculating shit. It was literally luck of the draw. That's literally what it is, luck of the draw, because I've done it more than once and hit that thing with black ice up the side of that fucking mountain and just whoop, right up the side like it wasn't even there. Just all the way up, roll to a stop, and parking brake. Put it in park, because you don't put it in park first. You roll up to a stop, depress brakes, parking brake. Then lock it into park. Now, shut the motor down and you're good. And you just, when you're ready, you just roll backwards on down. Because it ain't fucking rocket science and I've done it before. I just as hit that diffie is all. That's what it says. I just hit that diffie and it hit it wrong. Because if I'd hit it right, my God, I'd have been up that fucking mountain. But the diffie was just wrong. I guess it must have slid down the mountain or something, glaciated down the mountain or something. By a couple of foot. As I looked down the roadway, I saw there was nobody there. And I looked and I saw, okay, that's not an option. That way, slide to a stop. Roll to a stop, basically. And just halt. And then you can go load it up with fucking all the damn shit you need, all the firewood you need. Have all that weight in the back of the truck so it holds you down. You roll backwards and then drive it down the mountain. And then you shift, downshift to stay slow, downshift to stay slow all the fucking way down the mountain with your fucking heavy load. And then you can shift into drive and just go. It's not rocket science. I do this shit all the fucking time. But no, it's my fault. It's always been my fault. Why? Because I started the fucking vehicle and drove it? Man with a sober mind see that fucking shot and be like, well, I've got two options. Go without and freeze my fucking nards off, which really ain't an option if you're a guy and you know this. Or roll the dice, hit that diffie, and smart that motherfucking side of that hill and go up that hill just enough to where I can start loading some fucking pine wood log and whatnot in the back of the fucking truck, chop it up or what have you. And I got the fucking cleats for my, walking around in the fucking, in the ice. So I got that too. And just set that whole thing up to where I just walk my truck back down, walk it back down the mountain, easy enough. That weren't happening, mind you, but not this time. But it happened before, and it happened a couple of times before that. And I've done this a couple of times. It's not the first time I've hit this freaking thing and gone right up the side of that hill and not even hit the cliff, not hit the other side of the cliff, none of that shit, no how. And the ground was ice. I knew what I was doing. It's just the fact of how it hit that diffie. It did not catch the back tire. And so it swung the ass end of it around. So I was coming in sideways and I just turned into it and was going up the side of that fucking thing and then was going back down. And you can see it in the tire tread as it goes up in the picture that I took going up the side of that thing. I was on the gravel road first and then it swung sideways. Had my front tires on that gravel road going, aiming right dead perfect. And then all of a sudden it just was sideways. Like, you ain't going into there, son. It's like, wait a minute. I hit that thing perfect and I was going up. Weren't I? Whatever. Yeah, so it's my fault I wanted to stay warm. And not have the damn house have fucking, shit popping and whatnot. Most, all the other wood is what wood I had, not enough really, soaked through and under snow. My options were limited to that. Go get firewood and go get it from somewhere where it's free. Down at the end of the road here, that's on somebody's property, so I can't touch that firewood. Along the highway to an extent, sort of, but you still got to remember some of those properties come right up to the roadway. What about the option C, which is BLM land, where you can gather anything that is on the fucking ground, dead, down, and detached? That's what I was doing. So there's your answer for everything as to reasoning why it ended up where it ended up and how it ended up. I was there to gain firewood specifically for not freezing my fucking nards off without having to pay a fucking arm and a leg right now because I ain't got the money. Guess what? You ain't got the money, you got to take the risks. And if you ain't got the fucking shit to fix the fucking risks, then you really ain't got the fucking money to go and turn around and throw away at the fucking toad to fix that fucking same thing. You know, get the professionals involved with it. See what my point is? You're never going to break even unless you are working towards your own ends. As in, you know, somewhat you got to be selfish. Sure, because that helps you to help others. Now, you can't be selfish all the time, mind you, but you need to be selfish to an extent. And in this particular, I needed to be selfish and say no and put my foot down and say no. Chainsaw and a winch. Chainsaw and a winch. I don't care how long I got to fucking wait for it. Chainsaw and a winch. I didn't do that. I just said, all right, fuck it, whatever. You want to come up here? We're going to waste all this time, extra money, extra energy, whatever. Let's do it. Let's do it. Fine. I just want my fucking truck back so I can go and turn around and go and do this shit myself and never ask you for help again. Because that's where I'm at. I can't make a fucking purchase larger than $100 without having to call it in. Otherwise, I wouldn't have even said nothing. I'd have just said, here, put this amount of money in my account and I'm going to fucking take care of this problem real quick. Don't worry about the problem. I am the solution. Tiny little fucking winch is all I needed. Tiny, one of the smallest winches. I mean, they go up to 30,000 pounds. I could fucking walk that fucking that Suburban up a cliff face with that winch. We're gonna say, you know, we go for the real heavy duty shit. Go for 30,000 pounds. We're gonna be paying about $1,500. I understand that, but you know, we want to go real fucking heavy duty. $1,500 for a fucking real winch, and then I'll turn around and says, all right, well, if I'm gonna pay fucking money for a real winch, get me a fucking steel chainsaw. If we're gonna play this fucking goddamn gooseneck game, and I'm sorry, but I ain't gonna fucking I ain't gonna sit there and you know, censor myself. It just ain't gonna happen. I can't do that no more. My heart won't let me. And if I censor myself, I won't get it out. If I keep it in, it's gonna be worse. And it's already causing me myocardials. Motherfuckers, if I kept that shit in, I'd fucking end up fucking just keeling over one day. I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna let that happen. I'm a tough son of a bitch, but at some point, I just fucking say, all right, fuck it. Let's fix it. Let's fix it. And then finally, when everything's said and done, I'll fucking fix myself right to a fucking grave. I mean, shit, you couldn't get better than this in the fucking 1940s cartoons. And Bugs Bunny could do better than this. Yeah, what's up, Duck? The fucking funniest, square and honest, and hit whatnot and why. I turn around, I try to fix a fucking problem, and I just get shite on for it. Because it's like, no, well, we're not going to spend all that extra money. You're going to spend it one time, and you never have to spend it again. Versus you're going to have to spend this every fucking time, and it's the same amount of fucking money. Watch them fucking try and dollar and cents me to the fucking, oh, well, this one was cheaper. Was it? Was it now? Is it cheaper to fucking have to pull it out the wrong way, take it to a shop, and they fuck it up even worse? And then on top of that, on top of all that motherfucking shit, wouldn't have had to pay for it in the first place. Again and 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 again. When this shit happens over and over and over again. Because it does happen. And you cannot fucking get around the fact that it will happen again. Because the fact of the matter is that Mother Nature does not give a flying fuck what you think. She's going to do what she's going to do. You aren't going to fucking have any kind of control over that shit. And you ain't going to get around it. Mother Nature is, and you are just a speck of flea on her ass. Get with the program. The way that you fix the fuck ups that Mother Nature will throw at you, you have the right and proper tools to affect your outcome. Don't be like my dumbass. Don't let somebody else dictate to you what you may or may not purchase. Purchase it. Fuck the bullshit. Get yourself unstuck. Oh no, I don't even have the electric toenail trimmers because they took them back. So that they could pay for the fucking goddamn tow truck. There was. You learn my technique. You learn my tangles. You heard. You come out the other side not smelling like turds. My mom always asked me, how is it that you always come out the other side smelling like a fucking rose? Here you go. Let me take you by the hand and teach you now. This is how you come out smelling not like shit. One, learn how to do things right instead of learning how to do things twice. Or 3 or 4 or 5 or dozen, doesn't matter. Learn how to do things right. And then, well, you ain't going to have too many problems then, will you? And for the most part, folks will be willing to come out to fucking woodwork to help you ass. Because, and not be assholes about it, but actually come out to woodwork to help you ass. Because they understand you don't need to ask for help all the time because you're not fucking inept. This is why I have the years of experience I have, the life that I've lived. It has told me that these things are a necessity. And playing around on the opposite end of it or goofing off like that is going to get you hurt or killed. There is a reason why I bought fucking body armor. There is a reason why I bought a battle belt. There is a reason why I bought a fucking big ass goddamn truck. It's because these things are necessary tools. There's a reason why I bought a pistol, because it's a necessary tool. It's a tool. That's all it is. It's just a tool. Just like that chainsaw, just like that winch, they're all tools. And these tools are necessary in order to get you out of sticky situations. That's how this works. This is what my daddy brought me through, brought me up in. These are all tools to get you out of a sticky fucking situation. They are not there to fucking look all pretty and fancy and all that shit in your driveway. It don't matter if the corner panels are dented in and busted up. Does it drive? Does it hold the water out while you're going down the road? Or does it haul the shit that you need in it? Does it have the tools attached to it necessary to get you out of a bind? You know what I'm saying? Does it do what you need it to do? Not necessarily look pretty and fancy, because looking pretty and fancy don't mean shit. Does it do what you need it to do? If it don't, fix that problem. Don't fix all these other problems that don't even need to be, they don't need to be fucking worried about, don't need to be touched, don't need to be thought about, don't need to be even crossed over until you're at that point where you can think about that. Worry about the deep shit before talking about walking across the crust. This is shit my daddy taught me as a young man. And I'm trying to impart on everybody because I ain't got no kids. My family don't fucking listen to shit. You can sit there and fucking talk out the side of your neck, feel sorry for yourself. Don't say nothing. You're better off. Don't say nothing. Just shoulder into the yoke and fucking do it yourself. Because you ask for help, then this is going to be what you get. Recollect of the fucking day. You ask for help, you get fucked over. So I ain't gonna work no more. I ain't gonna fuck around no more. I ain't gonna worry about it no more. I'm just gonna smoke. Damn, I got a pile of them motherfuckers showing up. Fucking relit my cigarette so many fucking times. Hello, Lord. Fucking hitching my neck ain't getting no better. When it rains, it pours. When it rains, it pours. You ever wonder why my favorite fucking songs are about planes, trains, and automobiles? The Navy. Ever wonder about that? I mean, I sure haven't. I know why. See, talking about getting the fuck away from it all. Like, you know, for instance, silver wings shining in the sunlight, roaring engines heading somewhere in flight, taking me away. I fucking parody the shit out of that shit. Right now, I got just enough gumption to fucking be like, hey, fuck this. But I can't get. I'm so pissed. I can't frame my fucking mind around it. This fucking mess you up, man. Fucking here's your stumbling block for the week. Yeah, it'll be all right. What the fuck I missed? Maurice is live. James Freeman. Dude, country. Yellowstone should be worried now. Where? I see. Oh, that's nice. I got a fucking piece of tobacco down my throat. Huh. Yummy. Anyways. Yeah, I don't want to fucking hear no more about it. I says my piece. I said what needed to be said and what needed to be done. And nobody gonna listen to little old me. I tried to do it for the cheapest fucking way possible. And instead, we're gonna go with the professionals. Cost 300 times more. And at the end of the day, I ain't gonna have fucking shit to show for it. Nothing to show for it. No chainsaw. No winch. No truck. And no, an electric fucking hedge trimmer is not a chainsaw. Doesn't matter if you slap a chainsaw blade on that motherfucker. It is not a chainsaw. Just like a rotary wheel grinder with the freaking chainsaw blade on it ain't a chainsaw. It's a rotary wheel grinder with the chainsaw blade on it. Electric motors don't really have the gumption to do what a chainsaw demands. Gas motors do. Combustion motors do have that get some. In order to be able to hold the same weight, the same horsepower, torque motor as you need for a chainsaw in a fucking electric chainsaw, you would have to have a specialized freaking harness for it. You would have to have a 220 or 440 power supply. You would have to have, and not the little one either. You'd have to have a 30 amp, because this is a big motherfucking motor in order to actually have the same amount of torque as a little 50cc fucking go right through it. And that's my point. You needed a fucking gas motor, because the gas motor in a chainsaw is what you use for chainsaws, not this electric crap. I've used electric motors and they seize all the fucking time, because you do a job, this is a teeny little bit too much for it. And no, the chain and bar size does not make a fucking difference. Not when it comes down to you're cutting something this big around with a chainsaw bar that's this long versus a chainsaw bar that's this long. When you're cutting through something that's this fucking big around, it ain't going to make a difference. In a real chainsaw, that little tiny bar would have just gone right through that piece of wood like it wasn't even there. There's electric junk, and not only that, but you take a gas powered chainsaw out the box, you pour gas in the motherfucker, and then you start it. You don't have to sit there for 24 hours fucking charging the battery and then checking it and testing it to make sure it's the right good and got a good battery. It's not going to fail on you right out the box, and then go back to the fucking, the day later, go and get, this, that, and the other, boot and fucking holler and whatnot with the fucking this, that, and the other, and the fucking bullshit with the fucking plastic goddamn components and all this, whatever. No, gas motor. And not a pull-on, because they only run one time. That's why I wanted a Ryobi, because they run over and over again. They're dependable. In other words, the Ryobi is just a little fucking bit more than a fucking Poulon Pro Pulsit craptastic piece of junk. But it's way better fucking parts and components and whatnot, and it fucking stands up. And the electric motors that you can pair with the cordless battery variety are not strong enough to make it through certain thicknesses of wood. Whereas the 50cc or fucking 38cc or 26cc even would have been enough to cut this. That's what bothers me. This was fucking easy. This was 2 tools and I'm out in a half an hour. Not 4 days the fuck later waiting on a tow truck to do it. And the fucking fucked up part of it is that I would have got it out without doing any more damage to the truck, which there wasn't much to begin with. So it would have drove away. Just needed the fucking tools to do the job. Again, I harped on this fucking dozen damn times. I spoke it and spoke it and spoke it. That's what the meme about is. That, on my community page, it says, we heard you the first time you fucking saw it. That's why. Because I fucking said it a dozen times and y'all have heard it. You have heard it. And I've explained it and I've showed it to you and you understand. But you try to explain that to anybody else and they go and look at you like, huh? What do you mean, YouTube? You mean you don't even fucking watch YouTube when you've got a question? Oh my God. Google! Fucking Google directs you to YouTube when you have a question about shit. And there's a video on it. Google does this shit. How fucking difficult is this? How difficult? I wasn't even in them woods that far. It would have taken me, and maximum a couple of hours to cut out all the fucking wood behind it, and then fucking just tug that fucking thing out of there. I'd have been out in one day. Versus my mom and my sister running around in circles to try and get one, count that, one pull out and one tow. When the vehicle is drivable. Or at least it was when I left it. Even though it was in a ditch, that motherfucker, the tires would still turn and the fucker would still spin. Drivable. The motor starts and all that shit. Drivable. But again, don't listen to Blaine because he don't know what the fuck he's talking about. He's just one of them fucking idiot country folks. Never mind that we wasted all this damn time and effort and fucking money on a damn education so that I would know what the fuck is right from wrong and this, that, and the other. Never mind that I spent the first decade and a half of my life learning things that the first decade of my life learning things that even the fucking public school for the rest of my life didn't have the ability to teach because they thought I was special Ned instead of actually knew what the fuck I was doing. This was really rubs my saddle raw. Is this? I'm literally smart enough. You sit there. They would put freaking math problems in front of me, like this math test or what have you, and I'd look at them and be like, "Are you fucking insulting me?" Multiplication and division of triple digits. We're in the fucking 7th grade. What are you talking about multiplication and division of triple digits for? I should be doing fucking geometry. I should be doing algebra. I should be doing, none of this horse shit. Well, there went a tree. I hope it weren't on somebody's fucking roadway where I could easily cut that out. Oh my God. If it weren't for fucking just losing, I'd never lose my voice. Because I wouldn't have to speak so goddamn fucking. I should, right? Start Bubba Gump Record Service for fucking $300 an hour. Now I pull anything out to up to my including weight of 10,000 pounds because that's the poundage of my vehicle. Hey y'all, give me a sec. I gotta go take this call. So that was my mama. No news, no advancements, no nothing. She just accidentally fucking butt dialed my ass. And I reiterated my point. At the end of all this, all I want is my truck, a chainsaw, and a 10,000 pound winch so it never happens again. Hell, I got a pistol I could turn into a carbine. I got air rifles that can reach out and touch God. I don't need nothing more on that. I just need the fucking ability to get my own ass out of fucking Dodge before shit happens. That's what I need. Half of survival is literally being able to transport yourself into a better situation. Matter of fact, I would consider that to be all of survival if you were to actually look at it in the grand scheme of shit. If you were going to look at, survival in the woods, you're in a bad situation, you've got no way out of this, so you're going to have to, find a way to hunker down, and you got to cut wood for a fire, and you got to make a shelter, and you got to do all this other fun shit. Fine. That's on survival. But you're moving from a bad situation to a much better situation. And you're doing it and affecting it through tools. Even if you have to make those said tools. At this point, I done lost my mind. I heard nothing. Talk. Talk is cheap when you ain't speaking facts. Talk is fucking cheap. Here's the fucking facts. Here's the facts of the matter. All I ever asked for, and that's all I'm going to ask for at the end of all this. Truck, winch, and chainsaw. So I'd never have this happen to fuck again. Never, not once in a million motherfucking years. Because let's point this out, a pull-on chainsaw is something you keep on pulling on and pulling on and pulling on till the motherfucking cows come home. That ain't a chainsaw. That's a workout. Ryobi chainsaw. Pull once. Prime. Pull again. Prime. Choke. Pull. Start. I've done it. I've done it. And it works. Every time. Every fucking time. Need to go and start cutting on that log. Okay. Run through a fucking another couple gallons of gas. You're going to run through gas. It just happens. That's why you bring gas. I brought gas. It wasn't a gas chainsaw. Shit. I tell you what, man, you could not make me look more fucking cartoonish than I did right there. There's just something wrong with this shit. And people want to tell me, no, blame you wrong. You wrong for trying to go against it. You wrong. You did this. You did that. No. I explained it at the beginning. All I need in order to make it so that this is not a situation is a chainsaw and a winch. Get all four of them tires on the fucking ground, and then I'm out that bitch. It's the long travel variety, which means it's not really easy to find on the market. Gives it more factual worth, more on paper worth. because it's the more desirable vehicle, because you can do the shit that I do with this vehicle. Mind-blowing. Sometimes you need tools to get yourself out, because the tow truck ain't going to show up to the top of a fucking mountain, especially not in the middle of a snowstorm, but damn, it ain't going to show up to the top of a fucking mountain. The ones that do, you've got them for this amount of time and this fucking amount of time only, because they are taking out of their day to do your job, because you wouldn't do your job. Well, I was going to do my job, but guess what? No tools. And I'll keep on harping on that, harping on that, harping on that, harping on that. I'll be motherfucking Harpy Eagle from here to the day goes down. Because here it is. 700 and fucking whatever dollars it was. I'm back home and I'm pounding and back and dance out myself. I'm fucking cranking on the damn whatever gets twisted or taut or whatnot myself. And she drives fine. But, you know, instead of spending tons and tons of fucking money, because the reality of it is, you're still going to have to fix a truck, but, you know, instead of spending tons and tons of fucking money, we're spending container ships of money. Great. One of these days, I'm gonna fucking break even, or I'm gonna break something. Probably my fucking left ventricle. Oh shit. Oh, you gotta giggle. You gotta fucking giggle. At a certain point, if you don't, you're gonna give yourself a hernia. And that's why I gotta giggle, you know. Yep. Gasoline for Joe Biden electric chainsaw. Oh boy, the giggle factor is on high today. We're going to sit here and we're going to do the hard stuff. Got me fucking fucked up. Got me twisted. Do you think that I'm fucking sitting there going, well, yeah, whatever. No, it's a matter of, I'm tired of it. Like I said, I'm just going to let you go ahead and give you all the lead you need. And by your own hand be it. I got nothing. I did what I could. Matter of fact, I did more than I could. I did more than I could. Fuck, it's a miracle. Makes you wonder now, doesn't it? One of these days, I'm gonna fucking break even, or I'm just gonna break shit. I did it when I was a youngin'. I said, one of these days I'm gonna break even or I'm gonna break shit, and I ended up breaking shit. I have what you would call the worst fucking luck possible. I go fishing. My first day I get skunked. The second day I might catch a couple of perch or some crappie or some bluegill. Probably about like 5 days in, I start catching stalking trout. Because that's how bad my fucking luck is. I bullshit you not. My luck is shit. Always. You know, a lot of people look at me and they go, oh, you're the luckiest man alive. No, I'm not. If it weren't for shit luck, I wouldn't have no luck at all. It just so happens that I'm knowledgeable enough to walk away from most bad situations. And the ones that I can't walk away from, I know how to survive them. For the most part. Kind of hard to survive a fucking stick through your chest. But yeah, I'm on that level because I'm going to work myself into an early grave. Like I said to you earlier, I'm going to work myself into a fucking early grave just trying to fucking break even. Because I can't get no help. Now I know why my daddy and my grandma and my uncle and all of them were always fucking hoarse. And when I says hoarse, they sounded just like I do right now. Whenever it says they talking, they was hoarse because they was talking, they was blue in the face. Over shit that you don't need to be chunnered on so much. It just need to be done. And the reason why they was chunnering on it was because people weren't doing it right. There's a right way and a wrong way. Sure, there is. There's a few right ways. And there's some definite fucking wrong ways. We choose the fucking most expensive right-ish way rather than the one that would have been the least expensive right-ish way. Whatever. Work myself into a goddamn early grave or a coma. Fucking give myself a stroke if I'm not careful. Shit's intolerable, mind. That is actual intolerability. I wouldn't say it's for nobody else to go through the same shit. Mind you, I can't necessarily come out of pocket for you because I'm limited in my funds. Because I would come out of pocket for you. Go figure. I realize, I give away, those precious little amounts of money that I give away to folks, I could be making myself better off for it. But instead, it's like, no, you deserve that. You deserve what I can give, and that's what I can give. I can't give no more. So from here on out, I'm going to have to take, and I'm going to be an asshole while doing it. Because the fact of the matter is, I don't like taking from nobody. Anybody ever wondered why I was always an asshole growing up? Hell, there you go why. I cannot tell a lie. I'd sit there and I'd chun her too much. Cannot fucking tell a lie. People are gonna fucking find that out real quick and in a hurry. Yep. Stiffer the better. My heart or my liver, one of them's gonna give. Might as well be the liver. That way I can meet my daddy in whatever hell he's living in. Motherfuckers frustrate the absolute goddamn dog shit out of me, though. To a point of no return. I wasn't asking for much, and I was asking for something I was going to be paying back in the future anyways. Kind of figured that. Life is a sumbitch, and I got handed the fucking sour end of it. But I ain't gonna quit. There ain't an ounce of quit in me. Never been. Don't know how to give up. Hell, I don't even know how to die. So Asha says, there's a couple things I ain't learned in my life. Like how to just keel the fuck over. So, till my heart seizes for its last fucking rodeo, I'm going to keep on fucking going. 2 hours and 30 minutes. 2 hours and 30 minutes. Yeah, I see the rat bastard. I've learned quite well throughout my life. Oh, man, I see here. Almost want to fucking sing Halvagen, but I don't know all the words right. Svenskar sänger mig hur dig säger sänger mig. conquer of hate vegan gore. Would I spoil your whole the same? You know what I'm saying? Walking that road to hell. Who will sing with me? And into death's sleep sling me, as down the road to hell I go. Or as down the road to hell I walk. You know, those fucking lyrics would make your asshole pucker. Basically what's happening to me, shit. Who will sing with me as down the road to hell I go, and in death's sleep sling me. I know all, Odin. I have learned all, Odin. But why send me down hell's road? Fucking hey, man. Them some lyrics make you have a chill up your spine. Who will sing with me? And into death's sleep sling me. Fuck, man. Make a fucking chill run up your spine. And it's cold outside, so I'm also getting a chill running up my spine from that too. Yep. I've been there before. I just jumped in the shower. See, I ain't stupid. I've been here before, is what it says. For those who's watching but ain't got the freaking chat turned on. It seems you are stranded on the toilet with no ass wipes, cuz. This is my cousin. Only difference is in that particular situation, I had the fucking tools to finish the damn job. Oh dear Lord. Oh my Lord. I feel I got to scare me up some fucking courage, man. I got to scare me up some courage. Just walk it out, do it myself, and say fuck it all. From what I could tell, what I could see, that's always been me. It's always been me. It's just a matter of what of me it was. Stupidity, fucking microscopic measure. Maybe. I'll admit to that. What else? Incompetence on others' part. I can keep going. Let me ask you this. Couple of bang corner panels, a couple of fucking flaws, dents, dings, hit that here and there. But it still drives straight. The motor don't fucking flop around inside the front end of the damn thing when you fucking step on the gas. Up until they pulled it out, the suspension was fine. Up until they pulled it out, because I wasn't there for them to pull it out, so I know what it was up until they pulled it out. But after that, I've got no control. That's not mine. Y'all tore it off. Tuesday, March 19th or 16th, depending on where you is, or, June 5th here. Don't listen to me. I'm pissed. You can't talk fucking, what you would call it, just the birds and the bees and the weather and the trees would be when I'm pissed. I get a single track focused mind and I just can't get off that train. I hound it and I hound it and I hound it until it's no longer a problem. That's always been my situation. The way I've done things is I just keep going on that one because now I'm mad. You got my focus. You got my focus. You got me mad. Now we're gonna do it. Because you got me mad. If you wouldn't have got me mad, I could have fucking said what the fuck ever, been like whatever. But no, you got me mad. And now I'm mad. And now it's gonna get done. It's just gonna get done roundabout the fucking ways. Because I have to light a fire under everybody's ass because apparently nobody's gonna get me the tools I need. So y'all are on your own on that one. This is the problem here. I only needed 2 tools to make this effective. But yeah, thank you, Ricky. Spit them facts, brother. Yes, I needed a fucking winch. Come along ain't gonna do it. Yes, I needed a fucking real chainsaw because running an axe ain't gonna. It's too dangerous. That's an actual dangerous situation because if you make that cut and that motherfucker comes loose on that cut, it's spitting an axe at you as well. Instead of the chainsaw, which you can kind of just buck up with that thing like this, that axe is coming back like this. There's the action of the rotation of the axe able to do this versus the chainsaw where you've got this little short brace on it and you're going to go like this because of the way that it's set up. There's a reason why it's ergonomic that way. It's because the chainsaw will go up this way versus, whereas with an axe, you cut it while it's under pressure and it snaps, that axe is coming back at you. Whether or not you got hold onto that axe handle. There's a reason why this tool is necessary for this particular job. Can't explain it simply enough for people for them to go, wow, okay, that's why you do it. This is why you were so pissed, because it was so fucking simple. Yes, it was so simple. You could have seen it a mile the fuck off. Especially if you got any kind of 4x, getting out there in them woods and them dunes and them deserts and whatnot, seeing all that shit, getting out there with them fucking sand rails and whatnot, having fun with that, getting up on the fucking mountainside and, going up the BLM trails like I like to do. The right tool for the right job, or suffer the fucking consequences. Now I need an internal combustion engine with tires that runs, so I can handle this shit by my damn self. I need you can hear a chainsaw going in the background, buzzing down trees, cutting and rutting, and there you go. My health is all fucked off, and I'm still doing this, and I'm still going further, because determination knows no bounds. I will continue forwards until I get what I fucking need to affect my fucking future, and be damned the consequences. Hence the reason why I got a black powder pistol, I got me a couple rifles, and I get my fucking happy ass fucking chainsaw and a fucking winch, and I'm on my own merry way. Fuck all this bullshit. I'll find somewheres to go. I'll find something to do. But putting up with this kind of cross training of the brain, literally CrossFit of the brain. What this is, you can't describe it no other ways, because it make you go cross-eyed. I literally asked for tools. I didn't ask for, the fucking Marine Corps. And, by the way, good on you. Thank you, friends, for doing what you did and dealing with my family, because they are something. Folks wonder why, they say, it's, oh, you're really something, Blaine. Well, no. I'm small fish. I'm taters on the side of the salad. I ain't nothing, son. By comparison, are you kidding me? No, I'm something. I'm something smart. I know what I'm talking about, what I could do. And when folks don't listen to me, it makes me fucking irate. Because, it's just giving me a headache. I'm a rock of good sense, and I know what I says, and I do it says what, right? Shit, I can do this by my damn self with the right tools. Now, you want to step in and do, that's nice, thank you. But give me the fucking tools so I can do my part. Yeah. Yeah, that's a measure of it. How many squirrels do you need to fucking have chasing their tails wrapped on up on crack to have this fucking thing done in a circle? Cause I'll march my happy ass to the fucking woods. I don't give a shit. I don't know. At this point, if I ain't got the wheels, I don't need the chainsaw and I don't need the winch. But cut to the chase, I'm gonna need a fucking set of wheels and I'm gonna need a chainsaw and I'm gonna need a winch. So I might well cut to the chase and get it done. Instead of, nah, I ain't gonna do that. Well, I didn't ask for anything else. Went to the chainsaw to ride to the fucking truck and I'd have had it out myself and done everything. But instead, we waited for somebody else to do the job, what I could do, and I'd be driving already. I got extra parts for that truck. I've got drive stuff. I got tires. I got, don't take much. It just takes a little bit of effort. It didn't. It wouldn't have taken any dollars and cents if it was just getting the effort through. That's what bothers me. Yep. Hey, yeah, I'm a jerk. All right, fine. I don't need shit. At this point, all I needs is this camera, this cigarette, and this fucking chunnering. This is all I'm doing. I'm literally getting, holding open a stream tab just to fucking rant and rave and rouge. Because it's out of my hands. It's out of my hands. It's literally out of my hands. I can't do shit about it now. Because when I could do something about it, what I asked for was not done. And so what I did not ask for, what I asked against, was done. And that's all in spite. It's got to be out of spite because there's no other logical reason for it. It would have been very simple. Okay, well, we can't get them now, so we get the fucking tools later. And the truck sits there and waits, and we're fine with it waiting. We'll let it wait. That's why I says let it rot. Because where it was sitting, it wasn't damaged yet beyond repair. Hell, it wasn't damaged yet beyond throw a new fucking tire on that sumbitch and drive away. That's why I carry 4 fucking tires. Without the winch and a chainsaw, that shit wasn't coming out the easy way. So they did it the efficient way. Without my help, without my knowledge, with the professionals using a larger truck, heavier truck built for, purpose built for basically yanking motherfuckers up off out the ditch, but not really. But they did it the wrong. They did it the wrong direction or what? And then a lot more damage than I left it in. A lot more damage. And it wouldn't have taken much more than a damn winch and chainsaw to go out the way that it wouldn't have damaged shit. And it's whatever, I don't get. I'm past it. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put up that, like I says, I'm gonna put up that video. I mean, not that video, that picture that I got of my truck on the back of the tow truck. Now they pulled it out, and they pulled it out in relatively one piece. But you'll notice that the damage on the side of the truck is different from the damage that I took pictures of beforehand. And that's what I'm on. That's what I'm pointing out. Because going the other direction wouldn't have done that damage. Going the other direction with the right and proper prep work, mind you. You need to prep before you tow. You need to prep before you tug. It's just not rocket science for the folks that go out there 4x, and we do it all the time. You need to prep before you tug. And so, I will be more than happy to let y'all see that the parts that in the picture are, in the final picture are pretty good. Were not in the when I took pictures while it was on the side of the mountain. You'll be able to see it. You'll be able to see the difference. The cat's hanging pretty much. It's in a spot where it shouldn't be. It's shoved back further than it was. All right. And you'll see it in the picture. It's actually, in the picture where it's on the back of the truck, it's shoved back further than it was. It's almost in the wheel well. And the only way they would have done that is going out front ways. Going out front ways will fuck everything up because that's not how the frame was built. The frame is built to take it from the back end. This is all fucking experience coming to damn fucking light in one situation. And I'm pointing it out as succinctly as I can because I've got to cover my ass, because in the future, I'm going to turn around and I'm going to say no. No. I will walk this shit out. I don't give a fuck. I will winch and a chainsaw, and I'll do it myself. We're done with the playing the games. No more. No more. No more. We're done. Think to playing the games no more. If you won't allow me to purchase the tools that I need to purchase, I'll fucking take out a loan in my own name and do it that way and just fucking pay it off with my fucking grocery money. And call it square. Because the tools need to be the tools that it need to be. Tools need to be. You cannot affect a betterment of your life if you do not have the proper tools for the job. This is where it bothers me. My point is, it wouldn't have been damaged in the first place, Kentucky. And beyond that, he's doing it outside of said, AAA insured tow packages. So I'm not going to get that with AAA. I've got the AAA fucking tow package for the rest of it. They tow it off. They do their quotes. They're not going to go after the guy. He didn't do anything that would have been considered to be wrongful damages because he was not instructed otherwise, nor did he have the equipment to do the prep work. He was just called to a scene. So that ain't on him. That's on who called. For the price of a tow, you can get a cheap saw. You can get a good saw. A good saw. And a fucking winch to do it yourself. That's what my point is. For the price of the tow. You can get a good saw. One that run reliably. Ain't a piece of shit that you're gonna fucking chuck when you fucking get out of the fucking ditch. You're gonna stick it in the back of your truck and keep it. And a winch that'll pull you out of that shit. Because it's gonna happen again. It's a matter of time. Time and, circumstances. And when I say circumstances, I'm not talking coincidences. I'm talking circumstances. The situation you are in, your physical capability versus what the situation dictates is going to happen. Reason for tools. I mean, I'll put it this ways. I couldn't have made that sword without this. Needed it. Needed a forging hammer to make a sword. Couldn't have done it without the tools. You need the fucking tools. Can't get firewood without a log splitter. I got two. Got to have the tools. Can't get a sharp edge if you ain't got the tools. Hell, sometimes you just got to cut through vines. So I got the tools. Well, I'll be sure to tell that to the adjusters. Because he was a private tow. So, I mean, he does have a tow truck that's a legitimate commercial tow truck, but it's on a private tow. It's not on an insured tow. That part wasn't an insured tow, so we were paying the premium for his time. So possibly it's like, okay, well, these damages didn't exist beforehand. We have photographic evidence of that. And then he's going to turn around and says, well, I couldn't have done anything without, because that's what my vehicle was capable of. And they opted for it. That's the thing. You got to remember to read your insurance policies because of what they say. If you opted for it, you opted for the damages that come along with when you were warned. What I said. In the end, I'm the one who's getting, the shaft here. In the end. Because what went one way or the other, this is coming out of my check, this is coming out of my hide, this is coming out of me and out of my stress levels and all that other shit that I got to deal with on this. Because it's my vehicle. I mean, I put my effort, my time, my money into it, and my fucking hard work in order to get it. And it's a replacement for the vehicle that I put my money, my time, my hard work, my effort into to get it. to pay it off. I've paid it off over a year's time, and I spent most of my money throwing it at a damn vehicle. So at the end of the day, when that vehicle was totaled and I got this vehicle, the money line, the bloodline of the money here, the trail here, the money trail, goes directly from my pocket into this vehicle. Which is why I'm so fucking butthurt about it. Because I worked my way up to get this. I worked my way up to get other specific tools and things like that I need. So, I'm not going to make excuses for somebody's else going and doing something. This is all my stuff. And at the end of the day, it's on me to protect my stuff. The reason why my stuff was not protected was because I asked for help and people took control. And this is why you don't ask for help, because others will take control and completely butt you out of it. Which is where I'm at right now. I'm completely butted out of it. You don't get to know nothing. Sit and stew on it. We'll give you snippets of information every fucking now and then. So you could turn around and report it to your friends. This isn't being reported for my friends. This is actually me ranting and raving and placing it strategically my view on the subject and on the situation. And exactly where as I stand on it and what the situation was when it all began. And I kept it as, as in time log of the situation. As things were unfolding, I was making the videos. I was making the freaking comments. I was making this is all a record of shit that happened. So there you go. It's all recorded. I suggested a very easy, simple, legal, cheap fix it, which actually increases the value of the vehicle. Insurance would love that shit. But instead, sorry, I've got a twitch in my eye from all this fucking frustration. But instead, we went the long way around, to come back to, Blaine was right. That's what it's all going to come back and revolve around to, because at the end of the day, it's going to be several thousands of dollars. Because once AAA gets involved, it's all downhill from there. That's why I don't involve them. I barely even call them for a fucking jump on the side of the road or in my own driveway. Because at the end of the day, they're just so I can keep the cops off my back. I got AAA insurance. Yeah, here we go. Not just roadside assistance. I got insurance through these people. Yes. But they don't come to help your ass out if you're fucking more than 5 feet off the roadway. Well, shout out to Sting. Hell of a wrestler. I know I wouldn't have beat him in a bout. I wouldn't. Man, whoop my ass. I'm just says, my plights do not. They do not allow me to have to have compassion for at this moment for real anything. And I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just wits end, heard. I'm at that point where I'm. I'm so full of piss and vinegar, it's boiling out my ears and my eyes. You see the steam coming out? I mean, shit. Don't get me wrong, it's chilly bear out here, but that's not my main issue. My main issue. So I have my truck back already, and I'd be working on it, and I'd be fixing on it, and I'd be fixing it up, and it wouldn't cost us near as much as going to a fucking mechanic because man hours. That's the big deal. Man hours. It's nothing personal against mechanics. I understand y'all got some fucking specialist training, and trust me, I went through the same training. Okay. Not trying to be mean. I'm trying to be straight up and honest with people. I went through the same fucking training. I went through the same schooling. I went to Scrock for this shit. I went to Scrock for several different things. I went to Scrock for animal caretaking. I went to Scrock for basic mechanical knowledge and quick fix. I went to Harbor Vocational College for body work. I learned. Didn't just fucking sit there with my thumb up my ass at the back of the fucking classroom. No, I was at the back of the classroom writing shit down. The guy at the front of the classroom was like, hey, I'm going to be show off because I'm at the front of the class. Everybody's looking at me. I'm the guy at the fucking back of the class going, you know what? Nobody's fucking looking at me. I'm not fucking around with this bullshit. I want to get shit done. I want to find out. I want to figure it out. Let's get it done. And learn. So when I says I could do it for cheaper, it's because I'm spending my labor and my time, which is still worth the equivalent, to save me money by purchasing the parts and putting them on and doing the replacement myself. That's why I have the freaking 5-ton lifter, you know, that's why I have the fucking shit to be able to do this other stuff, you know, when it's in the driveway. But I can't do fuck all when it's halfway across the goddamn county. And all my tools are strewn to here and fuck all. And, you know, the tools that were in my truck got, you know, stole by who God knows who, what, where. Fucking torque wrench and a whole box of tools and a fucking ammo case. Same tools that I used to save my ass in the fucking, you know, in the middle of the Colorado down at Grand Junction. Those are gone now. Luckily enough, I still got my fucking tweezers. You know. Still got my tweezers. But yeah, a lot of my tools that were in that box are gone because the box is gone. Some things that were irreplaceable, like my magnet, like the fucking securing bolts for my quad, for the plastics on my quad. Those were in my toolbox, so they're gone. I'm gonna have to replace all that. And this is after me just literally been asking for damn near a decade for fucking tools to specifically do specific tasks so I don't have to worry about it and I can get my truck to a place where I can fix it and then I can fix on it. You know, I look ahead at shit. I look far the fuck into the future because I know shit's going to happen, and I say things because I know that they're going to happen because I experience them in the moment, and then I go, well, this might happen again. You know, history is doomed to repeat itself no matter fucking what. It's kind of like one of those, you know, you look at it and you see that, you know, big history, little history, doesn't matter what it is. It is always going to repeat itself no matter fucking what you do. It's always going to repeat itself. It repeats itself and it repeats itself no matter what you do to try and stop it from repeating itself. It's going to repeat itself. That is how it works. It is a perpetual cycle. that perpetual cycle is the foundation of Yoaha Koheshia, the so-called religion that I believe in. Literally the fucking repetitive cycles of shit. Oh, go figure. It's something you can fucking tangibly see. Repetitive fucking cycles. Whatever. You know, I look at this shit and I think it's fucking funny in my opinion, because I look around at people and they're like, oh, well, I believe in this entity that doesn't ever answer my prayers, none of that shit. I believe in a repetitive cycle where I am doomed to repeat what has happened before. Because it's happened before, so it can happen again. And it will happen again. It will be a continuous fucking circle. And that's just how it works. The circle of life. Oh my Lord. Save me now. Don't wait. Amen. Oh, life don't give a shit. There is no reset button on life. Yo, asshole. Pack it in. That's the neighbor. I'm sorry, folks. It's gonna happen. Y'all just kind of. I'm not gonna be able to edit this out because of one, raw footage. Two, I tried to train him to do silence, and he just fucking sits there and yaps. Some small things that he just isn't getting still. That or his frustration is the same as mine, and can't fucking stay shut up because the reality of it is it's so fucking frustrating. It's causing him to have issues. Which case, yeah, I understand. I understand your plight. Doesn't mean that we're either of us gonna get out of that, because it is what it is. Unfortunately, he needs to be inside right now because otherwise I can't fucking keep a handle on him. Because personally, I am fucked up from the floor up and I don't have the ability to tug his ass around right now. When I do, I'll be more than happy to run around with him and do the whole damn thing. But right now, I kind of got to give him a little bit of free reign. He knows better than to go fucking up. It's just a matter of, got to wait till I get my voice back, and I got to wait till I get my, you know what, if I have to, I can snatch a hold of him and keep him from tearing up into another dog or another person or something, you know. So I got to keep him on a real short leash right now. I got to fucking time it right so the dogs next doors ain't there. I'm not trying to be cruel. I'm just trying to be fucking right and proper. That's all I could do anymore. If I could be right and proper, and the world will fix its fucking self, because I can't do fuck all to fix it because they won't give me the right tools. If I could fix the world's problems, I would. Swear to God. I am one man, and I can only do so fucking much. My limitations are more tools than they are my technique or my motivation. especially on situations where my ass is in the sling. Right tool for the right job. And don't settle for nothing less. You got to do parts repair on a vehicle. I need the right tools for the right job. Don't worry, I'll get my deposits back. And I probably ain't going to need to use this tool. But if I need the tool, I need the tool. That was before. Now it's these tools are going to be used all the fucking time. And I need them. They're not a want. They are not a fucking wishful, oh, well, maybe someday in the future I'll have a use for it. Or, you know, I want this because this is like, you know, I want to treat myself. No, this is fucking fact of life. You need a chainsaw. And if you got a big ass vehicle, you might want a winch. Because there are some situations where nobody's coming to save your ass and you got to do it yourself. Even though professionals exist, even though the fucking special forces are there, even though they got the fucking, you know, all the fancy doodads and big equipment and all this extra shit, sometimes you just have to do it yourself. And nobody can help you. Now, most of the time, I use a redneck winch. Funny enough, this situation was not a redneck winch situation. I couldn't get the tire on the ground to use it as a redneck winch. I needed, literally needed a bog standard electric winch so I could get the ass end on the ground. Once I could do that, everything else would have flowed like butter across a hot pan. And that's why I'm just like, I'm on the level of I don't wonder no more. I ain't fighting the fire. I just said what it is. And here I'm gonna start lighting fires under other things. I'm gonna get other tasks completed. I'm gonna get other shit done. Cause I foresee I foresee a walk away from a bad situation. I don't like to say that, but I think it might find it true. I foresee a walk away from a bad situation and starting again. Starting again with nothing more than, you know, a damn trailer. Because I've got to figure out a way to fucking do it that way. You know, I got to do it small and then I can do it big again. Once I've earned up and saved up and it's cramped up and scratched up and scrapped up enough to be able to turn around and says, all right, now I can afford a down payment on a fucking house. Or rather a plot of land with timber on it. I ain't fucking buying a house. Plot of land with timber on it. During the interim, I'll be investing in tools and keeping those tools in my own hands. Rustle and wine, hustle and dine. A simple. A simple task. Don't know why we got to complicate it beyond all fucking reason. That's what bothered me. Any Hoosiers. This stream has gone on for 3 fucking hours. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. Because that's the fucking update. This is Yo Guardsman, all man, motherfuckers. Well, I'm out.